Hello, everybody.
Yo, what's going on?
Welcome to the Anime Mystics podcast. I am Roman.
I'm Steven Sonosuke-sama.
And it's just the two of us again. No guest this time.
No.
And Sakiel's still out.
Yes. Back to business, back to work.
Yep. So, we got pretty much, I guess, kind of a wrap-up going on because the season's coming to an end. So we'll be discussing what we're going to be watching next season, which is summer, right?
Yes.
Okay. I think there's a few good things coming out. We'll have to pull up the list and kind of see what's actually being released, but I believe there's a couple things that are coming out that I'll probably be watching. Even though the last few seasons I've really stuck with like one or two.
Yeah.
I'll like pick up 7 or something.
Yeah.
But really only stick with 2 of them.
Yeah. I've had to just keep track of all the shows that started, and I was like, man, that looks so cool. I should like add that to my list.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Like I'll watch 3 episodes of most of them, and then I'll be like, I'll download all of them, but I won't watch them.
Yeah. Same.
Like the biggest one for me would be Irumakun.
Irumakun? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I watched the first 3 episodes, and I've been downloading all the episodes. I haven't like caught up.
Mm-hmm.
So far, the only ones I'm caught up on, Nagatoro, of course. I'm about an episode behind on, slaying slimes for 300 years, and I think I'm 2 or 3 eps behind on Godzilla Singular Point. Those are the ones that I've really been watching.
Oh, so you were able to find someone that consistently fan subs those?
Yeah.
Nice.
They're about an episode behind, because I think everybody else has episode 13 out, and they only have 12.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll wait till their release comes out and, get it. That way it's not kind of a weird set of subtitles. But there was really only one group subbing it.
Yeah.
So, But I think it comes out, it should be coming out on Netflix this month. So it's not like I had that long to wait anyway, if I just wanted to wait for its official release.
Right.
But yeah, other than that, we'll be talking about some other things as well. Let me see. We wanted to talk about the upcoming watch party.
Yes.
You want to go into that and let everybody know what we're going to be watching this time?
Yeah. So since things are opening up and everyone basically survived the apocalypse, I felt it was fitting to watch the OG Fist of the North Star movie. So this will be the movie that kind of combines a bunch of the story arcs, goes through Rao's first appearance. So, yeah. And then after that, to prep for the Bang Dream Rosalia movie, then we'll watch the first movie after that. So that'll be... We got Fist of the North Star on June 21st, and then on July 8th, it'll be the first Rosalia movie.
Yep.
So about the Bang Dream movies, have there been other movies besides Rosalia done, or has it just been Rosalia movies?
So far, just Rosalia.
Okay.
Yeah, because they've only done the Seasons and Garupa Pico, and then the Rosalia movie was the only one that's been done so far. I'm not sure if they're going to do the other bands or not. Be kind of cool if they did.
Is Rosalia just that popular?
Yeah, they're one of the more popular bands.
Okay, yeah. When I was looking at the YouTube comments, everyone was saying, it was like, oh, best band, and I was like, okay. We have men of culture in this comment section. I respect it.
Yeah. But then you go on, like, Facebook, and people are like, oh, stupid Americans love Rosalia.
Really?
Like, shut up.
Yeah, that's your little poppin' party. Get out of here.
They did their popularity poll.
Yeah.
Like, favorite band, favorite drummer, favorite, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Best band was actually Hello Happy World by, like, 1 vote.
That tends to happen. I don't know, maybe it's just because they always like the leaders, it's always like the Red Power Rangers, always the favorite or the main character. It's like, who's your favorite character? ReZero Subaru. It's like, okay. I think the only time that might not even be true might be Konosuba. It might be like, who's the main best character? It's like, not Kazuma. It's like Megumin. Darkness. Well, yeah.
No. Yeah, Darkness. No. No, okay.
But yeah, it's and I don't know what it is. I guess it's the one that is in your face. It's the one that gets the most exploration, the most depth, all that. not all the time, clearly, but they just tend to just go with the number one, the main characters. But that's from my observation. I could be completely misjudging it, but I do stand by that they tend to pick the main characters as the number one ranked characters. It's like, when you do One Piece polls, it's like, who's the number one most voted character? It's typically Luffy.
Well, I mean, if that was kind of the case, then Poppin' Party would have been number one. Because Poppin' Party is the main band.
Oh, I thought you said Poppin' Party.
I said Hello Happy World.
Oh, well then never mind. I take back what I said. But who did they beat by one vote? Was it Hello Happy World?
Hello Happy World beat Rosalia by 1 point.
Oh, yeah. So I was kind of right. My placements were wrong, but I was still kind of right. But yeah.
And then I think Poppin' Party was like 4th or something. But, whatever. I still prefer Rosalia. I actually don't even really like Kokoro's voice that much.
Really?
Yeah. Hello Happy World, I find her voice really annoying. Like, it's very high-pitched.
Yeah.
Like a squeaky kind of voice.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
So
but they're not the only band, though. Pastel Palettes I don't really like either. I mean, it's not saying that I don't like any of their songs. It's just that, for the most part, I can't listen to them because their voice is kind of annoying. The rest of them are fine. So, yeah. And I guess if they're just going by best band, they might not just be going by music. They're going by how much they like the characters. And
right.
All that. And
right.
The characters in Hello Happy World are really good, so I can't fault them for winning.
They all just want you to figure out the mystery of Michelle.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Why is Misaki here and not Michelle?
I don't know if I ever asked this, but when they do the live action concerts, does what's her face actually get into the Michelle costume? Like, it's just a giant bear costume, or?
I've seen them have a person in a costume before.
Okay.
Don't know if it's actually the VA.
Okay.
For the most part, for Hello Happy World, the only one that actually goes out is Itomiku.
Okay.
For Kokoro. Same with like Afterglow. Ayane Sakura is the only one that goes out whenever they do a concert for Afterglow, because the rest of the band doesn't know how to play their instruments.
Fair.
So the only ones that actually get the full band treatment are like Poppin' Party, Rosalia, Raz, and Morphonica. They're the only ones that have the full band.
Nice. And was it Raz was the one that I shared in Discord?
Yeah, they were just added to the game not too long ago.
Nice.
Which is funny because they've been around longer than Morphonica, but they added them last.
Interesting.
Yeah, people were. I'm not going to say upset about it, but they were just kind of confused. Like, why not put Raz first? They've been around longer. We know their songs. But no, they waited, and then I just released to the U.S. version, like a week or two ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that's around the time you posted the music video.
Yeah. And their, like, introduction trailer.
Yeah.
Do you like that animation style, that pseudo-anime CGI style that they're using for the movies?
Took a little getting used to, because it's basically the same thing they do for seasons 2 and 3.
Right.
But, like, at first it was a little strange.
Yeah.
Because the movement seemed a little off, but after a while you don't even notice it, and it just kind of seems natural. So, I don't know, I guess for people who aren't used to it, like if you haven't seen season 2 or 3 and you just decide to come and watch the movie, it might be a little weird at first, but it gets like more natural as you watch, and it's like, it doesn't seem so bad.
Because I remember in Love Live, that was kind of how they did it, where it was like the anime portions were just done in anime style, but when they did the concerts, when they did the live portions, that was all like CG.
Really?
Yeah.
So they didn't have the actual VAs out performing, they just had CG versions of the characters?
Oh no, they did. It's just that it looked like that same art style from the movie. That CG style.
Okay.
But when it was just the normal like story mode, yeah, it was all like anime style. And then when they performed, when the concerts were done, then they just switched to that CG, that pseudo CG style over anime. So like the crowd, and then when they would show like Honoka's parents and stuff, it was all kind of like anime. But then when they showed them on the stage, it was like that pseudo CGI looking stuff.
Okay, so you mean the actual series?
Yeah, the actual series. Yeah.
Okay, I've kind of noticed that when I've seen clips that it does have that kind of style. I think they're done by the same company anyway.
No, that makes sense.
I think Love Live and Bang Dream are done by Bushiroad?
Are they?
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, Bang Dream's done by Bushiroad.
Yes.
Let me look up Love Live here and see if they're...
And funny enough that Bushiroad is... You brought up Bushiroad because I wanted to talk about side games later. When we talk about what they did to Mommy Kayano Ai in China.
Ah, yes.
But I was thinking about Bushiroad too because I was like, dude... Side games, Bushiroad, the Japanese gacha developers, they don't need China. So China needs Japan. Japan doesn't need China. But this ties into a much larger conversation that we'll get into. But
yeah, okay, so digital content is Vanguard, Bang Dream, Love Live, and Invictus.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that. I've never. I don't know anything of it. Other than it's a game. I don't even know if it's out, but I've heard of Invictus.
It's funny because it's like everything else is like cute girls, and then you got Invictus, and it shows this dude in like high-tech armor.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was like, I think that was like kind of a Dark Souls style game. Post-apocalyptic, I think. I don't know. Yeah. I was going to say, too, you saw that Bang Dream is going to the Switch.
Yes.
Are you going to get a Switch now?
I'm going to have to.
Well, right now it's only for Japan. So, you got time.
Yeah.
But even if they did bring it over, then it would probably be like a digital-only game for like $15.
Well, that's fine. That saves money.
Right. And again, what's funny is that's what I always said they should do with FGO. I said they should just pull it over there, and for the story mode, you just have access to the story-related characters, maybe a couple extras, like Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
So, you always have Mashu, but then you supplement it with whoever the characters are, based off the story, so.
Yeah, that'd be cool. They could always just port the arcade over.
That, too.
Like, you already got a CG, like, high-def version, just port it over to the consoles. It's not that hard to, like, change the arcade buttons to controller inputs.
And funny enough, Side Games is already doing that because they're making the open world Grand Blue Fantasy game with Platinum Games, even though that one, who knows what level of development that is. Last I heard, Platinum said that the part they were contracted to do, they finished, so they bounced. So they did what they had to do, they got in, they got out, and who knows what Side Games is doing with the rest of it now, so.
It's like, our part's done, it's just up to them now.
Exactly.
Whenever they finish.
Right. Well, we don't know what they're doing, but we're done. We're out. So we're over here. We're making Bayonetta 3. Not really, but I was gonna say that too. Did you see all the E3 stuff? But I was like, if we have any time, we might get to E3. If not, maybe next time.
Yeah, I missed E3. Yeah. Like, I basically just saw all the posts on the Discord.
Yeah, it really wasn't a whole lot.
I don't really blame them with everything that was going on.
Right.
But, you could have had something maybe tucked away somewhere. Just waiting. Just to be like, look what we still have going.
And then all the stuff that was relevant or at least semi decent came out of Nintendo, and then of course all the pre-orders sold out.
Right?
Yeah. So I'll never get the Metroid Dread amiibo. Womp womp.
Oh, that sold out too?
Oh yeah. I'm still kind of looking, but I don't have any hopes up. I don't. Yeah. So.
You're not expecting to find it. You're just looking.
Yeah, I was able to get the Legend of Zelda Game & Watch, but now I have a couple extras, and so now I'm like, should I just return them or should I wait? So, I mean, I think that it's pretty cool. I like the design, the green like Link style, and then it has Zelda 1, Zelda 2, and Link's Awakening from Game Boy, and then they have an actual Game & Watch game on it.
Oh.
And it works as a clock, so.
Nice.
Yeah, it's $50, so, you know.
So the same price as a game.
Yeah. But you get it in the little like Game and Watch style, and it has the NES layout. So I was like, that's pretty cool.
Nice.
So I have the Mario Brothers one right there. So
he's going to grab it really quick.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
got a gold color scheme going.
Yeah. So this one actually has Mario, and then Mario, which is the Lost Levels, which is just Mario Bros. 2 Japan.
Yeah.
And then the game, and then the clock, yeah.
Awesome.
So, actually, when you think about it, too, the Zelda one is a better value, because the Zelda one gives you 3 games. Really, I was really just pushed over the edge when I saw it had Link's Awakening, because I was like, I actually did like Link's Awakening a lot. So, it was really weird, though, if you played, like, Link to the Past and then went and tried playing Link's Awakening. It was definitely funky, but yeah.
Was that the second game?
Link's Awakening was the Game Boy one.
Oh.
That was the one with where he was in the dream world with the space whale.
Okay, yeah, I never played that one.
Yeah.
I didn't have a Game Boy, so
yeah,
I missed out on a lot of those games.
Yeah. That's kind of what it was. It was like the Game Boy was the experimental phase where they were like, we're not sure if this is going to sell on NES or Super NES. Put it on the Game Boy, and then yeah. So that's why it was like Mario Land 2 Golden Coins with Wario, and then Wario Land, with Wario Land 1, Super Mario Land 3, all those games that were, weird. And now they're just mainstays.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
Not bad for an experiment.
Right. So they just weren't confident, or they wanted to just experiment. Yeah. But then again, I mean, Kirby started on the Game Boy, so.
Yeah. And now it's one of the biggest franchises.
Right.
I mean, I have a Kirby head dangling from my rearview mirror.
Don't go to sleep. You'll never wake up. Just go into the abyss.
Just go into the abyss as he eats me.
Yeah.
And then he gets depression.
But yeah. Like I said, if we have any time, or maybe next time, we'll go more into E3, or maybe we can find Sakiel back, and she can talk about Elden Ring, because I really don't know what the hype is for that game. So,
yeah, I didn't even watch the trailer for that one.
I haven't seen any trailers. I haven't even seen the Kazuya trailer from Smash Brothers. So it's all like, oh, okay, that's nice.
Yeah, I just kept seeing memes for it, and I was like, oh, Kazuya's getting in this game?
Yeah.
Now we got the main group from all the main fighters. Well, we got Terry Bogard,
yeah,
Ryu,
yes,
and Ken, and now Kazuya.
Yeah.
Wow. We just need a Virtual Fighter.
Yeah. I would say that if they do put in someone from Virtual Fighter, it would be Jackie to increase representation, but that's just me. Oh, I'm sorry, Sarah. But Sarah has also been in DOA, so I don't know. I don't know how they would feel about that. But
Could also do Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Well, they're doing another Mortal Kombat versus DC, remember? So,
oh, are they?
Yeah, they're going to try that again.
Well, good luck.
Yeah.
I mean, it was okay, but I mean, the story wasn't that great.
Sorry, my cat's in the way. Yeah, and that's what they are trying to market it as too, as a big giant crossover and all of this. And, yeah,
big giant crossover where people that shouldn't beat any of these characters are going to be in it.
Yeah,
let alone Superman.
But we can talk about that, because I love beating up the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the DC Cinematic Universe. So we'll talk about their screw ups. Looking forward to that. But
I know.
But yeah. So watch parties. Next one's Fist of the North Star. The one after that is the first Rosalia movie from Bang Dream.
Yep.
So Tanya got announced.
Yeah, season 2 for Tanya. We'll see if I watch it.
What do you mean we'll see if you'll... Of course you're going to watch it.
I haven't even watched the movie yet.
Well, I don't know what they said. I forgot if they said that the movie was going to be a setup for season 2. I want to say they did. But yeah, man, you need to watch it. You need to watch it. Especially considering what Mary Sue, and yes, her name is Mary Sue, and yes, that was a deliberate pun by the creator. Because, yeah, she, let's say, has enough of Tanya's shit. And one part in particular, I think you'll be happy for all the Aoyuki that I make fun of you for. You're gonna probably watch that part like 15 times and be like, fucking Steve. Good. Rewind. It's gonna be like, so Roman, did you finish the movie? Yeah, I got to that part and I just rewinded it and yeah, I finished it.
Yeah.
That was the end of the movie right there. No, you didn't see what happened at the end? There was nothing else happened after that. It turned it off. That was the end of the movie. But yeah, no, there was one part when I saw it because they aired it in the theaters. Was it 2018? Yeah, 2019 maybe. And when they showed it at the theaters, and it was good. It was good. Yeah, it was definitely an interesting take, but considering the state of the world in general and its kind of fascination with communism, it was just so hilarious to watch Aoyuki say like, "Oh, these damn commies! Just go, just beat up these commies." And then, when she's nuking totally not fictional Isekai Moscow, and they're just blowing it up, and they're blowing up all the statues of like not Stalin, and it was like, oh, this is great. I know a couple of people are like, no, don't, no, and it's like, yup, yeah. That was fantastic. Oh, that was great. But then the Americans get involved, and it was like, well, the not Americans get involved, and it's like, oh, here we go. But yeah. So, I'm looking forward to it. I can't recall. Did they say that was going to be this year, or did they just announced it's in production?
I think it was this year.
Okay.
I posted it on Discord. Discord open here?
No, because it was just gonna make noises.
Oh, right.
But yeah.
It shouldn't be that far up from the anime section.
No. Yeah, that's really the one that got me excited. I know that there was other kind of announcements and stuff. They put out the new trailer for the Seven Deadly Sins movie. What else? A new Gundam was coming out, and then obviously the Gundam Seed announcements.
Oh, there it goes. After I've already clicked on the link.
It's under anime recommendations?
No anime chat.
Okay, so it was...
No dates confirmed.
Okay. How are you gonna do this to me? Aoyuki, I loved you. How did you betray me like this? You get me all hyped up, and then you're like, nah, never mind.
She's gonna pull a mommy.
Yeah.
I no longer love you. I love someone else.
Oh, the heartbreak. My slime mommy doesn't love me. Oh. Rip. But yeah, that's definitely something. When you do watch the movie, we'll talk about it, because like I said, I have a feeling that you'll appreciate a particular scene in the movie.
Okay.
Because it'll be your unofficial revenge on me always giving you crap for Aoyuki.
Yes. Always.
So, what else are you looking for though for this season?
For this season, you mean like summer?
Yes.
Oh, let's pull up what's coming out.
All right. In the meantime, obviously Overlord season 4 coming off the the hotness that is the movie, the Demon Slayer, the Demon Slayer movie, because they saw how much money that movie made, and they were like, "All right, you, Rengoku, you're coming back to Overlord. We're making season 4."
Summer 2021.
Oh, Boku Hero is just going to keep going. Oh yeah, 25
it's
episodes.
25 episodes.
Yeah.
Tokyo Revengers is going to keep going. Obviously, One Piece is going to keep going.
Oh, Slime's coming back.
Part 2.
Okay.
I still haven't watched part 1 yet.
Yeah.
Irumakun is going to continue on. Boruto.
Oh, Dragon Maid. Okay. Dragon Maid's going to be my Nagatoro. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
There's Eater to do. Nice.
Have you been watching the shorts?
No, I was like kind of skipping them because I was like, okay, well, they're little like 5-minute clip things, so I could just marathon those.
Yeah, it's true.
Villainous.
Villainous comes out, season 2. I don't see anything there.
Cheat Magician?
Where?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
I don't know that one.
Oh, yeah. Then probably not. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, no.
Yuri.
Where do you see Yuri? This one?
Yeah. Yuri show.
The girlfriend thing?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch it.
Can't be any worse than Citrus. Oh, yeah, Jahi already? Wow, yeah, Jahi.
Oh, yeah. That'll probably be one of the ones that stays.
Yeah.
I've seen all the memes. Let's see here.
I'm never going to catch up.
Right. I don't think... another Higurashi series is coming out.
Oh, the aquarium one.
The aquarium one?
Yeah. That's got, was it Kito Akari, I think? And it's kind of like one of those artsy kind of looking things.
Ah.
Yeah.
No, second season of the Madoka Magica side story, based off the game.
That got canceled.
It's right there.
The game got canceled.
Oh, in the U.S., right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because nobody was playing it.
I know one guy that actually was blowing money on it, so F. Sucks for that guy.
Right. I mean, I started playing it, and then it just stopped.
So I know that we said that we're going to watch the Fist of the North Star, but I want to remind everyone that this guy, the detective guy, that's still Kenshiro's voice actor. Yeah. He's still working.
From Detective Conan?
Yeah.
Nice. That's been going for forever.
Ever.
And people want to talk about One Piece.
Yeah.
Another one that's been going forever that people never be like, oh, I can't pick it up because it's so long, is Hajime no Ippo, which has been going since 1989.
The anime?
The manga.
Oh, I was going to say. Yeah, the anime, or the manga, yeah. He's just going to, like Berserk, he's just going to keep going until he drops dead.
Another Love Live series.
Another one, or is it a continuation of the one that was just out?
No, there's question marks on Eps.
Wow.
Love Live Superstar.
Oh.
That's, of course, it's high school.
Yeah. That Maiko-san one looked interesting. It's like kind of like baking and all that.
This one?
Yeah, it's kind of like it's a cooking show.
Is that like feudal Japan?
I don't think so. I thought it was modern day.
It might be.
Yeah.
It might just be the outfits they're wearing and the image.
Tell you what, when I watch it, I'll let you know.
Okay.
New Precure.
New Getter Robo too. Cran Shinchan.
It was the saddest one of the top 5 saddest shows.
What, Cran Shinchan?
Crown Shinchan,
Really?
yeah.
Why?
It's just a joke.
It had me there. Like, what? Really? That show? Yokai Watch. Duel Master King. Dinosaur Show. Nice. Yeah, I don't think that's about it. Now they're showing like
the kids
kid
shows. Yeah.
So yeah, it looks like it's gonna actually not as stacked as it usually is.
Right.
Like this seems like a very
at least for stuff that's leaping out at us.
yeah. There's only like maybe 5.
Yeah. And a bunch of stuff that I can't watch because I'm not caught up on, like Madoka. But
with
Jahi,
Sama,
Villainess.
Okay, what was the other one? It was Dragon Maid.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a couple others I'll try just to see
Slime.
what they're like.
Yeah.
But outside of that,
Yeah.
it's not much
Good.
actually coming out this season.
Good. I appreciate that. Because it's gonna, there's a bunch of other stuff like I got going on in like my personal life, and then with our anniversary, our 4th anniversary coming out, and then we've got the FGO's Las Vegas event. That one is probably one of my favorite events for the summer. So outside of last year, and I know last year's the Hawaii one was kind of a grind with 3 ladders, but the story was dorky enough. I liked it, but I think this one coming up, which is done kind of in that Shimosa style, is pretty good. So, it's like I'm actually appreciative that the summer season is kind of light, at least in stuff that'll be coming out week to week. And then if I have any other time, I gotta finish up the stuff because I'm still. And again, I'll talk more about Horse Girls, but I'm in the middle of Horse Girls season 2. I'm literally like on episode 6, so that is taking over my life, and. Yeah, and then of course I want to go finish Yudu Camp.
Yeah, I still got to finish that too. I think I got like 4 reps or something.
Yeah, and then Dragon Quest, which I don't think I even saw anything of the most recent season. So, and I know that one's just going to keep going.
I think we stopped around the same time when they were fighting that like crocodile-looking dude.
Okay.
Is that when you stopped?
No, I was all the way on Flazard.
Wait, who's that?
That's the flame ice guy.
Is that the guy they met in that like tomb, or ruins area?
Yeah.
Who was also trained by what's his name? Avon. Who was trained by Avon.
Okay, well that was the undead guy.
So you're past him.
I'm past him. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You're ahead of me then.
Yeah, Flazard was the flame ice general guy. He's like half fire, half ice.
So Todoroki.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Who I learned was voiced by Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan. Hey.
I'm sorry.
Really? Like that, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I really dislike Eren Yeager, so.
But he's so good. I don't know. It feels like it was the Naruto thing. I think everybody just came back because they heard that Attack on Titan is like ending. And so everyone's like, oh, I love Attack on Titan. Like Naruto. When Shippuden was ending. And no one cared about it. It was just a dead franchise. They were just going through the motions. It just was just dead for like 200 episodes. And everyone's like, you know what they're doing? I don't know. The Hokage War, the Village War, some shit. Who cares?
The Green Ninja War.
Yeah, and then they were like, oh yeah, I heard that it's ending though. Oh, I really love it. Who wants to cosplay? Let's go. I'll bring out my Sakura cosplay. Who wants to cosplay again? And it's like, all right. Didn't even bring it up for 200 some odd episodes, and now all of a sudden it's like, oh. That's how it was with Attack on Titan.
Well, I read not all of it, but when it was ending, I did pick up Naruto again.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't gush over it. I was just like, let's just see how it ends.
Yeah. So it got you too, huh?
Attack on Titan, I was like, who cares?
Yeah, I was kind of like,
I hope Eren Yeager dies.
Did he?
He did, actually.
Okay. Interesting. Because remember, that was what they always said, the mangaka, he wanted to end it like that, where it's just, humanity is just wiped out.
Well, from what I understand, it didn't wipe out humanity. It was like a half and half kind of thing.
So that was the compromise?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, making his friends look like heroes.
Okay.
All I know is there was a lot of people who were upset about the ending. but I hardly ever see anybody happy about an ending for a manga.
Right. I think because I think that after you get invested, your headcanon kind of takes over, and you're like, oh, it's got to end like this. And then when it doesn't, it's like, fuck this series.
Right.
Series sucks.
I'm usually just like, well, let's see how it ends. Like Naruto, which I mean, pretty much everybody that was in the end shouldn't even have been alive. I mean, inside of the Hidden Leaf Village. Because Pain killed everybody. But, hey, he brought everybody back to life, so it didn't matter.
I've never heard of a ninja technique being able to do that.
I forget what it was called. But, yeah. Killed everybody. Like, the entire village was dead, except for, like, Naruto. And then he talked no jutsu'd him and brought everybody back to life.
All right, Jesus Christ over here, raising the dead,
right? It was stupid.
Now you're making me kind of paranoid about how like Jujutsu Kaisen's gonna end and whatnot.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be on hiatus for as long as they said it was.
Yeah,
that guy just said he's tired and wants to rest a little bit.
He must. He was unprepared for what he made.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I don't think anybody recognized how popular that show was going to be. And I finished it. I don't know if I talked about it on the last recording, but yeah, I was able to finish it. And it's good. It's good. I know that I said that it was, in the previous text was like, oh man, this show is just for the kiddies. But I think that when they introduced Nanami and Maki, my two favorite characters, I was like, all right, this show's good again. So, Maki, of course, Mikako Komatsu's supremacy, and then Nanami being who I most identify with in terms of my professional career.
Is that the one that uses the straw dolls and?
He's the one with the that powers up during overtime. He's the salary man.
Ah, that guy.
Yeah, that's Nanami.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so, yeah, I was like, I feel you, man. Every day, it's like you just go into the office. It's like, whatever, man. Let me just do my 9 to 5 and get on out of here. Well, you want to work? You want to work some overtime? Let's do it. I power up, and I'm like, overtime, baby. Let's go. So I'm like, I feel you on that one. And then, yeah, and now it's the voice of Tatsu from Way of the House Husband. So, which I guess is not airing during the summer, huh? The next season, or the next part, I should say.
No, I didn't see it on there.
I guess not, huh? Okay. Well, I think they said they didn't even animate it, so maybe they're working on it.
Yeah, probably.
But did you see what he did for his birthday?
No, what did he do?
He live streamed on YouTube for his birthday.
Yeah?
What a good guy.
What did he live stream?
Just shooting the breeze, chill with the chat and all of that.
Being a Yakuza? I mean, the dude definitely fits the part.
Right.
You look at the guy, you're like, whoa.
Well, that's what they were saying is for the commercial for the manga?
Yeah.
Or maybe it was to promote the anime. He did it himself. He got into character. He actually cosplayed Katatsu and all of that. And I think they recreated the very first part of him cooking and all that, then Instagramming his food. I believe that's what they did.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I want to remind you that that's Seto Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Seto Kaiba.
Yeah. And I so real quick, remind me. I don't know if you don't know this. It's all right. Was there another version of Yu-Gi-Oh before the official TV series, where it was like more gruesome or more brutal, and they animated it, or it was like maybe the manga? It reminded me kind of like One Punch Man done by, was it Ichi or Go or whatever, and then there was like the other One Punch Man that was done by the other guy. And did they do the same kind of a thing for Yu-Gi-Oh?
I don't know about a series, but I know the manga is more, I would say, more mature.
Okay, because so I asked this because there was one where apparently the voice actor for the Seto Kaiba was Hikaru Midorikawa, and it was like animated before the TV series, but it still was like following the manga or something. But I can't find it. I can't find confirmation of this. Or maybe it could have even been an audio drama for all I know. But it was Hikaru Midorikawa as Seto Kaiba. But then in the anime, it was what's his face as the guy that does Tatsu as Seto Kaiba.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, and it was all kind of brutal because it's like Seto Kaiba's fighting in the high school or whatever, and in the schoolyard. I was like, what? It was really, really wild compared to what it became, and it just reminded me of like the evolution of One Punch Man. And then they were like, yeah, this is One Punch Man. They're like, that sucks, scrap it and start again. And then that's kind of what they did. But yeah, the moral of the story is because of Seto Kaiba, because of Tatsu. Now even I'm thinking about rolling for Sigurd, because he's also Sigurd in FGO.
Yeah, he is.
So I'm like, okay, he's too cool. Maybe I do need him after all.
I'll never forgive him.
Why will you never forgive him?
Because I was rolling for Bryn, and he showed up.
Oh, that's the worst. He knew your intentions, that's why.
He must have.
that's what makes him the worst, is he's like the most gentlemanly cockblock. So like, I don't want you, I want your wife. Now, you don't want her. Come on, man. Let me buy you some beers. Let me tell you why you don't want to roll. No, I don't want you. No, get out of the way. No. Come on. It's over here. No, I don't want you. Come on. It's like, yeah.
I don't even like beer.
Well, they're Scandinavian, man. That's all they drink. That. Are you on mead?
Mead. As long as they gave it to me out of a horn,
yeah.
Maybe I'll take it.
And that's actually the joke in Summer 5 is that she keeps stabbing him, and he's just like, don't worry about it. It happens all the time. It's like her spear is literally through your fucking chest. It's all good. It's just a flesh wound.
I'm used to it.
Yeah, it happens. So yeah, especially because she has madness enhancement because her summer form is berserker. So she's like, I can't control myself. I just gotta stab you. It's like, it's all good. I know it happens. Oh, damn. Which I believe is the next time he gets a rate up as well, so, yeah.
He just gets a costume, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Correct. So he stays a saber.
Yeah, he stays a saber.
Alrighty.
But, yeah, that's Tatsu. Yeah.
Nice.
So, and he's old, too. I think he just turned, like, 52, I want to say, or
was it 52?
42 or 52? He's old. I know he's 40 plus. I know that much.
Old man.
Yeah. Right, and like I said, he was my nominee for Villain of the Year because he was Ogata in Golden Kamui, but of course he didn't get it but he did get Voice Actor of the Year from the anime voice actors. So the ones they did amongst themselves, they voted him in as Anime Voice Actor of the Year. So he did win. He just didn't win through like Crunchyroll or Anime Trending.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah,
the supposed main.
Yeah.
Awards.
Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah. So but yeah, next season is it should be fun.
Pretty light next season.
Which is good because we'll just spend the time just talking about the old shows that we should have been watching since the beginning of this year.
Yeah, maybe I'll actually finish something that I started a few seasons ago.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. So but yeah, and so the reason why I wanted to open up with what we're looking for in the future is because now we get to talk about the gold and bronze goddess Nagatoro.
Who season ends next week?
I know.
This Saturday.
Yeah, what the hell, man? This just it flew. It honestly flew, and I guess it helps too because it was like the only show we've been talking about this whole season. So.
Really? Yeah. There's like all these other shows, but we're like, yeah, Nagatoro.
They all just fell off. It's like, it's Nagatoro. Wait, what about all these other shows? Nagatoro.
Nagatoro killed slimes for 300 years.
Yes. This is Nagatoro's 100 Eyes song. Fluorite eyes.
Nagatoro singular point?
Yeah. Nagatoro is my best answer for Godzilla.
Just bully him.
Yeah. And then he would just be like, okay, I'm going back to the center of the earth. Oh, sorry, that's King Kong. I'm going back to the ocean now.
Yeah.
Oh man, and people are still saying that she's too hardcore. Didn't I share that article with you? I sent you that article, right?
I think you did, yeah.
So it's so funny because Anime News Network, they put out that article, right, where they're like, isn't Ishii going too far? And then today they also put out an article from, I guess it was somebody else, but it was the one I shared with you and Sakiel, where it's all like, how all of Crunchyroll's own projects failed miserably. I was just like, wait, is this the same Anime News Network? So everybody in the comments, they're like, yeah, somebody's in there, and they are not as or they're based. They just don't care. They're not part of the programming. The Anime News Network. Because remember, Anime News Network ran cover during all the Vic stuff.
Yeah.
You know, they were all like, oh, Vic's scum and all that. Where's your proof? You don't need proof, or you're scum just like him. And it's like, okay. And so for them to put out an article saying all the Crunchyroll projects are all ass, I was like, oh! And I read a part of it. I didn't finish it. I glanced over it. I will admit this, but the headline speaks for itself. And of course I read the comments, so I'm scrolling through the comments, and people were even lumping in God of High School in that.
Well, a lot of people weren't happy with the adaptation,
right?
Which actually I did read a little bit of it.
Yeah.
What's his name? What's the name of the main dude?
Jin?
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah.
Way dumber than he is in the show.
In the manga?
Yeah.
Wow. So he really was Goku, huh?
Yeah, he was basically a Goku clone. Like, straight up. A Goku clone.
Which is fair, because Goku in the actual mythology was pretty dumb, too. That's how he got captured.
Yeah.
Because everybody's like, nah, I don't want to go help you on your journey. I'm just going to go fuck around in the forest. No, well, hey, you want this banana? It's sure a crown. Sanzang wins, baby. Mikaku Komatsu supremacy. So, yeah.
So
all her knowledge is on her chest. But yeah,
a lot of knowledge.
Yeah. So and then I shared in our Facebook group too that Crunchyroll even put up the picture of Senpai confessing to Nagatoro, and confessing quotes. Oh, at least saying that he needs her, and I was all like, all right, even Crunchyroll can't deny the popularity of Nagatoro.
That's all they post, really.
Yeah.
Every time I see their Facebook, it's Nagatoro.
And after they were like reluctant to even get it and air it, and they were like, well, we're going to change the names. We're not going to say bullying. Because bullying has such... And everybody says the same thing. Even if it was kind of bullying. Was it... They shared the meme where it was like, name a series very badly. I said, girl can't confess feelings, slaps main hero around instead. Name a series poorly. Yeah. Girl can't confess, slaps the hero around instead. That's Nagatoro.
It's just about every love comedy.
Right, exactly. Ranma 1/2.
Yeah. Nisekoi.
Yeah.
Even Urusei Yatsura, almost constantly lighting up Haru.
Love Hina.
Yeah.
ReZero.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of.
Ram, I was going to say
Ram is always doing it.
Straight, was it mace to the face? And again, the only reason why I love that is because when Inori Minase reenacted it, and she's like 4'4", and she's swinging the little styrofoam mace around, she's knocking everything on the table. Oh, Madoka, bless her. So, yeah. So yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. The other thing too that I think really helps sell it is again with the interaction between all the characters. I didn't even know that it had such a strong cast, because apparently even Sakura's voice actress, she was in a couple of stuff that I was kind of like, really? Oh man, do I still have it? Yeah, she had played a bunch of stuff, and I think I forgot to post it in the Discord to be like, yo, did you know this? Here she is. Yeah, so she's Sakura. She's also Pino from Sword Art Online.
Oh.
And then she's the little doll thing. I think she's the other doll next to Aoi Yuki in Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer? Oh,
yeah.
I know that one.
Yeah, Iruma-kun? Yeah.
The one-eyed one that thinks she's like super attractive.
Yeah. That's well, essentially she might be playing the same character then as Sakura.
And wait, I know the dragon too. I think I know that dragon.
That's from Sword Art. That's Pino.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I know the dragon.
Yeah. But yeah. So I was like, huh. And then obviously Gamo is Mikoku Komatsu. I think Yoshi is the only one I couldn't recognize.
Yoshi.
But yeah. But Yoshi, fusion?
Yeah.
So, yeah, Yoshi was kind of a dork, and I was just kind of like, oh, God, Yoshi. I thought Yoshi was kind of the link, but now by the end of the series, I'm like, all right, yeah, Yoshi can come in, she's cool. So Yoshi's just doing her best. That's what she's doing. But she's a little puffball. She's doing her best.
Yeah.
So
later at least in the manga,
yeah,
she starts saying her own things.
Good.
Like, I know now she's just kind of repeating whatever Gamo or Nagatoro or Sakura say.
Yeah.
But later on, she throws in like a bunch of foreign words. German, a lot of German actually. It's like, really? You know German? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it was and you watch, or at least if you didn't have any knowledge of the show, all you would think of from people complaining on the internet would just be like, oh, Nagatoro just beats up Senpai and all, she's just a jerk. And then in the most recent episode, when Gamo and Sakura and even Yoshi were all going in on Nagatoro's insufficient chest size, it was kind of like, no, they give it to each other too, especially Nagatoro. So, and I was like, oh, see, the bullying's not one-sided. But if you listen to people that just kind of knew the basics of the show, then yeah, or the series, I should say, then they would just be like, oh. But then, like I said, you watch it, and then you get a lot of context out of the anime or reading the manga, and it's like, okay. And they dish to each other just as much as Nagatoro, dishes it to Senpai. So, but you wouldn't really understand that if all you did was like watch or read Crunchyroll's half-assed article about it coming out. Yeah, it's a romantic comedy, and she can punches him, and she's a dick and a jerk, and she's worse than a tsundere, and it's all like, dude, she doesn't know how to confess. This is new to her. All she knows is her interactions with her friends.
Yeah.
And even her friends are kind of like, all over the place, so.
To say the least.
Yeah. But it's good for Sakura for her getting into the video game club.
Yeah, made up with all of them, including the stalker.
Yeah.
And now they're going to do something for the Culture Fest.
Oh boy. Last episode.
Wonder what it's going to be.
Is it going to be an extended episode? Do you think they'll be able to cover everything? Like, wrap the whole show up in 30 minutes?
Maybe. There's not a whole lot left.
Oh, okay.
For this part of the story.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they could finish it up. Like, they pretty much already set up the outcome with that little after-credit scene with the president.
Yeah, the best character in the show.
Now, based on what you've seen.
Yes.
And based on the conversation I was having with one dude on Discord,
mm-hmm.
Would you say she's shown anything that would make her be worst girl ever?
Memes aside, and my personal preference for waifus, I actually, again, reading a conversation in Discord and coming in blind, because I haven't read the manga, I barely read anything. I watched the trailer maybe, and so I essentially came in blind. And you might have been the first one to mention something about the art club president, and even then, I'm going to be honest with you, it still didn't click on me what that meant, because that's how, I'm just all over the place mentally, and in real life, it was like, oh, art club president. Then I was like, oh, she's the one who's literally in charge of the club. That's why she's called the art club president.
Yeah.
It's like, it didn't even dawn on me, that's why she's called the art club president, And, and I just didn't even think about it. And then it was like, and then she comes in, she's just like, hey, what are you doing with my club? And I was like, who this bitch be? Oh, the art club president. Oh.
Yeah.
So now knowing about that, no, actually, I think that she is more than what she seems. It's she, and they said it too. She's won awards. She loves the club. She saw something in Pison, and she wants what's best for him and what's best for the club to continue after her absence. Yeah. That's why she said she was hands off. That's why she's been gone for 10 episodes. And it actually shows a whole level of respect and trust she has for Pison.
Yeah.
That she just didn't mess with him. She's all like, well, I'm going to go live my life because I got finals. I'm trying to get into this artsy-fartsy big-time art school. And, you've shown talent. I have nothing to worry about. The club is in good hands.
Right.
And then Nagatoro shows up, and, she doesn't know what Pison's got going on. Yeah. But she likes him, or at least she's interested in him. And so she just kind of starts dicking around with him. And then her friends catch on, and they're like, oh, this seems fun. And, he's all right. He's not that much of a bad dude. He's kind of a wuss, but whatever. Just hang out. Yeah. And the art club president takes offense to that because she's all like, don't screw up what he has, his potential. He has to, focus because he could possibly be better than I am. And then once she sees that, how Pison reacts to her, even she's just all like, okay, yeah, they kind of want to bone each other. All right, you better go out there and get your woman back. And that is another form of respect that she has for him. And to just basically call her a pair of boobs with no character, she got a lot of character developed in 2 episodes, let alone. She's all like, I want to make sure that you're being serious about this. Yeah. And she didn't really understand it. She didn't know what Nagatoro was. She didn't know Nagatoro or what her relevance was to Pison. And now that she has she's like, oh, okay. Now, there's more to his life than just art. And that's good. That's a character. There's no like complicated love triangle or anything. If anything, that's a first, to be honest. She's kind of like backing down. It's Nagatoro, the one who has the issues, and she's always had the issues. That's the whole premise of the show. Yeah, and she can't confess. And everybody, even her own friends, she gets jealous of her own friends. Yeah, they made the gif. Remember her from the festival, and she's staring at her phone. Nagatoro face. So, yeah, it's. I can't see how that would be considered a worst girl at all. And so I think that this guy in particular just doesn't like the fancer. He just doesn't like the anime titties. And that's really the only excuse left. Because in terms of her character and her motivations and her personality, I think she's perfectly fine. And on a side note, too, because that I'm a voice actor whore. And again, I said this in the Discord. I said this on Facebook. I said this in the group. It's Nana Mizuki. And last I heard, she was getting married. Well, when she made the announcement that she was getting married, she also made the announcement that she also got knocked up. Oh. So it came out, she was just like, yeah, I'm getting married, and I'm going to have a baby. And so it was like, and they did that. They were like, wait, what? And so all of like 2020, it was, and given that everything else was going on, I just didn't hear anything about what she was doing. Like, she just kind of fell off. Yeah. And so when she came, she was in Boruto, because she's Hinata. Okay. So, she's Boruto's mom, but we don't know I don't know how long in advance or how far ago that she recorded all that, So, yeah, so for her to come back, and the first thing I see her return role is as art club president, I'm like, well, there you go. So, I couldn't imagine any more of a big-titted MILF to get than her. So, it worked out. Right. So, good character, good personality, good. I will admit that I didn't think she was so militant, almost so strict. But now that I understand why she wants Pison to, focus on the art and do good for himself, now I'm like, okay, then she has to, because if she doesn't keep the reins in, then these kids will just, destroy everything she's worked for.
Right. Like that's kind of basically what I told him. Yeah. Like, she's there. She's not in the club per se because she's got to do what she's got to do to get into college. Right. And she left it with him, but she wants to make sure it's in good hands. She doesn't want it just to like be some kind of hangout spot for a bunch of people that don't even really care about the club. So she's just trying to make sure that everything's fine with the club. He's doing what he needs to do to improve his art and become better. And even when she finds out like his basically how he feels about Nagatoro, he doesn't actually say, but she could tell like everybody else.
Right.
What does she do? She pushes him towards her.
Right.
Go get her. You know.
Right. I'm gonna stand here in my my towel. You go chase after her.
Right. And I remember like saying like she helps push him along, like how the friends are kind of like both of their wingman, but kind of mostly Nagatoro's. Mm-hmm. She's like his.
Right.
Go and because she doesn't know the others. Just go and get her.
Right.
Follow your heart, as she would say.
Curse that bunny girl.
Right.
That bunny, or was it Bunny Senpai or whatever? Bunny President.
Bunny President. And it's funny because just about any time they show her really in the manga, she's got like some kind of bunny, like thing going on.
Motif.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You showed me the thing. When I was looking for that meme of how they downgraded her. When I was looking for that meme, I kept finding the panel of her in the most recent chat, the one you showed me, with her on her bike.
Yeah.
And I kept stumbling upon that, and I was like, that's not what I'm looking for. I mean, that's great, but that's not what I'm looking for. And yeah, what a change too. And I was like, oh man, they downgraded her. And then they showed this episode too. I was like, wait, no, never mind. It was just an optical illusion.
Just the outfit.
We must have been running out of budget. And I'm sure it'll be fine on the Blu-ray.
Yeah. Which was another thing. Like, dude said that he gives Yoshi a pass, and she's got big boobs. But they don't really focus on Yoshi's boobs.
Right.
Like most of the time, they're more kind of covered.
Yeah.
In a way where it doesn't look like she has big boobs. So it's
right.
like, unlike the president, where they're like out.
Yeah.
They're like accentuated.
Correct.
It's like, sure, you give Yoshi a pass, but they're not flaunting her boobs around like the president's.
Right. But and you saw it too, and that it's just part of her form. You know, she just thinks it's art.
Yeah.
So
it's a human body.
Yeah.
It's just art.
Yeah. So and that even that just it gives Nagatoro complex, you know, and it's just part of her character, and that's how he pulls her back, because he's just all like, that's what I like about you. I like that you're plain, you know. It's all like, and he goes, that's my art style. I like to draw the ordinary. I don't like anything ridiculous or over the top.
Right.
And I caught all that, and it's like, okay, I don't see how any of this is wrong. So, yeah. I think at this point, the guy that doesn't like Art Club President just because of her design.
Yeah.
Because personality-wise, I don't really see anything wrong. Like I said, it would have been one thing if she would have came out and just be like, who this bitch be? Why he all up on my man? But she literally does not see him at all like that.
Yeah.
At all.
She's just his senpai.
You're right.
And she's trying to look out for him.
Right. Now, I don't know if this is going to change in like the next part of the next season, but yeah. How in season 2, how many episodes do you think she would be in? Like, is she gonna just be in like immediately after this, or?
No, like the manga, she's in like maybe 6 chapters, and usually only for like 3 or 4 panels.
Okay.
Like she's barely in it, and yet every time he says she's in the story, she drags it down. Like in one, she was in it for 3 panels. She was running by in her bunny girl outfit because they were doing a marathon, and she just runs by, and that was it.
That's fantastic. Need more of that. Need more bunny. I keep wanting to say bunny senpai, but that's a whole other character.
Yeah,
that's Sakurajima Mai. But yeah, yeah, we need more bunny club president.
You see, she drags it down and she interferes a lot, which I have not seen at all. Like, during our conversation about that whole thing,
yeah,
I was reading through the manga again
yeah,
to see what he was talking about. And I'm like, there's none of that in here. She's not interfering at all. She's barely in the manga. She's like got 3 panels here, 2 panels there. She's got 1 line. Like, what are you talking about?
Easy paycheck for Nana Mizuki.
Right? Definitely. Like, she helps them out more than anything.
Right.
And he even admitted that.
Right.
But was like, but she drags him down and she interferes a lot. It's like, no, she doesn't.
Dude, she literally said, go chase after Nagatoro. Literally said, get off your ass and go after her.
Right? And this is going to be kind of a spoiler. I don't care. I don't know if you care.
Go for it, that's fine.
Not long after, she gives him tickets to the zoo and says, take that cat girl with you. Since she's going to be around here, have her draw something. You know. Like, you basically gave them a date. But she interferes.
Well, yeah, what a tramp.
Right.
This skank right here. Quit trifling. This damn bunny girl.
Right.
That's actually what I got that from the wiki when they actually say her nicknames or her aliases is Bunny Girl.
Bunny. Yeah, they call her that. The friends in Nagatoro.
Yeah.
Or Bunny President or something like
that. Yeah. That's fantastic. Yeah, that's girls. It's a shame. It's a shame that she's not in it more. So I guess I'll have to rely more on Gamo.
Yeah, they take up a lot of the time, like the friends, of course. Yeah, she's barely in the manga.
Boo.
But
that's fine. But yeah, given what they've shown in the most recent chapter with President's cousin.
Yeah,
and it was interesting too because that hit me too because I was like, okay, wait. So our club president, she graduates, so then they all move up, and then her cousin comes in and she's a first year. So then that's Nagatoro's Kohai.
Yes.
Interesting. What the twist?
Who's just like the president.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
Because I remember I posted the panel where they're there and Nagatoro was saying that she'd model in her swimsuit, and she's like, I'm ready to model in the nude, just like the president.
yeah. The photo that they showed in the anime too, where it was all like just ass crack, and I was like, okay, best character confirmed.
Yep.
Oh man.
And then she's standing by the picture.
Yeah.
By the portrait.
I love this show. Why do people hate this show? What's wrong with people? Oh, no, I'd rather go watch that. So I shaved, so I took in a homeless chick. It's like, okay. Which I'm going to watch, don't get me wrong, I'm going to watch. But more so I'm going to watch because of Kanemoto Hisako's character. The Ada one. The office chick.
Ah, the one nobody likes.
Really? Nobody likes? No.
Yeah,
really?
I don't think they like her.
What?
Last thing I saw, they didn't like her.
Oh, fucking haters, man. No taste.
I think it was kind of like a mommy situation. Not like that kind of mommy, but, you know.
Oh, from Rental Girlfriend?
Kind of situation. But I don't know. I haven't watched it, so I can't say.
Yeah, we'll revisit this topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the ones that, given that next season is going to be light, hopefully I could just marathon that real quick.
There was one change from this episode that I did notice.
What's up?
When Senpai was chasing Nagatoro, they end up at the swimming pool.
Yes.
In the manga, they actually end up in like this little courtyard area in between like the buildings.
Okay.
So it's like one of those square sections with like a tree.
Yeah.
But it's like blocked off because of the building.
Yeah.
And she ends up climbing up the tree instead of hopping along the platforms on the pool. Because it didn't make sense to me that he would have to grab her from falling in the pool when she's in the swim club.
Right.
But she falls out of the tree and he tries to catch her and she lands on him. So, yeah, that was the change. I don't know why they changed it, but they did.
Probably because they felt that the swimming motif was better.
Maybe, but I mean, I don't know. It didn't make sense to me.
Yeah. That's what I said too. I was like, dude, she knows how to swim. She probably could swim better than Senpai. So are you making a big deal out of this for?
Yeah. But no, yeah, in the manga she climbs a tree and falls out of the tree.
Damn cats.
Right. She would have landed on her feet.
Yeah, Nagatoro. Did you see what I put in the cosplay channel?
Oh, yeah, I did. I saw that.
Okay. Nagatoro. Yeah, I'm like, it took forever for cosplayers to get here. I mean, they cosplayed Fairy Tristan faster than they cosplayed Nagatoro.
It was like same day.
Yeah.
But I've only seen that one.
Yeah.
Thankfully, there's a lot more fan art.
Yeah. We'll see who's going to be the first one to cosplay Fairy Gawain. We'll see how that plays out.
Right.
But, yeah. Yeah, man, it was, I did notice that Nagatoro again fell out of the top 10 charts, or at least was it Anime Trendings, maybe?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, what's the impact that Art Club president, what did that bunny girl do? No, nothing. I was like, okay. Which, I don't know who's doing these and whatnot, because I can look at a Nagatoro post, and it's always got, like, thousands of reactions, yet on the trending charts, it's, like, not even there, and I'm like...
Nobody's voting.
Yeah, basically, that's what I felt like, too. It's all, like, people that are watching Nagatoro aren't wasting their time casting votes for this.
Yeah, they're just watching it and enjoying. They're like, I don't care if it's in the top 10. Or
Oh, yeah.
if he's in the top 10. Like, I don't think Senpai has made it anywhere.
Yeah.
Except for maybe Couple. They're in Couple, I think, at like number 5 or something.
Well, if Senpai and Bunny Club president makes it onto like number 10 or number 9, I'm going to laugh.
Right? Because it's like there's nothing between them.
Yeah.
But okay.
I will now make that NTR ship.
Be a reverse NTR.
Yeah. So, and yeah. But, yeah, so, did they make an official announcement for Season 2, though?
Not that I've seen.
Okay.
But I figure if Uzaki can get one,
Oh, yeah.
why not Nagatoro?
Oh, yeah. So we'll just have to wait until next week's episode. Or this week's episode.
Need a little more bullying in our lives.
Yeah. No, it's toying. You need to be toyed with a little bit more. Shut up.
Right. Ugh.
That's as bad as saying sus. You know? But, and this is why I wanted to start off with the next season stuff into our Nagatoro discussion. And to the next discussion. Because it's changes like that have me very interested and not, well, yes, concerned, but more so interested. Because, a lot of stuff has been going on. As we've been over here giddying and giggy over Nagatoro. The destruction of Western media continues.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted in it to tie in the depiction of the art club president and how some people are just literally calling her, bunny girl with boobs. And it's all like, well, there's actually much, much more to it than just boobs and a bunny outfit. She's actually got depth and personality, and she's doing her best, and she wants Senpai to do her best. And then we had, before we started recording this, we were just watching Neurotic talk about Scarlett Johansson. It's like, oh, well, Black Widow is only sexualized. And, again, that's what we were just saying. It's not like there's more to the art club president than just the way she looks.
Yep.
She really wanted the main character to be his best. She trusted him. And she knows that he's capable, but until he believes it, there's not much she can do.
Right.
And then, we come back to this, and it's like, no, it's just her titties. Just anime titties. And it's like, no, there's more. No, there's not. To these people, no, there's not. And it's baffling. It's literally baffling because, as much as... I'm the first guy to make a joke and laugh and giggle and be like, hee, anime titties, hee. And at the same time, too, it's all like, well, if there's no personality behind the anime titties, it's like, yeah, I don't,
There's no dreams in these.
Yeah, right? There have been, and I mean, like I said, and I know you made the meme, too, where you're like, I don't care about the size, I care about who they're attached to. And you're right. You are right. I agree. It's too easy for me to just agree with you, so I always go the roundabout troll dick way.
Yeah,
so, But
realized.
you know, I mean, look at FGO. You know, I love like Melt Lilith and Helena, also voiced by Hisako Kanemoto. It's like I love all of them. I love Helena and I love Melty. They're not busty. They don't have titties.
Right.
But I still love them.
Definitely not Melt.
Yeah. So, talk about complex. You know, and yeah, you know, it's not about that. It is about story. It is about personality. It is about character, and it's sad. It's sad that these people think like this. And you know, I also was, you know, before we recorded, I showed you the Flashpoint movie that they're recording with Ezra Miller's Flash.
Yeah.
And how they're going to depict the Supergirl version, which they said is the Injustice Comics version of Supergirl. And it's like, it just, you know, I'm not trying to rag on the actors because it's live action versus anime, so that's another hard comparison to make.
Right.
But at the same time, too, you know, we just watched the Way of the House Husband live action, and we just watched the Wotakoi live action too. Those were both great. And you saw Way of the Household Husband. They completely changed Miku.
Yeah.
So, you know, she was still, you know, a weeb or an otaku. It's Japanese.
Right.
And she's still very capable. She could still kick Tatsu's ass. She still held her own. And she
in the kitchen.
Yeah. Which is actually kind of funny because, you know, like I told you about, what's his face? Sam Wilson, Anthony Mackie, make daddy a sandwich. And then you're like, I wouldn't want Miku to make me a sandwich.
No.
Don't go make daddy a sandwich. Don't go make daddy a sandwich. You can stay there. Watch your magical girl, your pretty cure anime. I'll make daddy a sandwich. Daddy will make his own sandwich.
Yeah.
So
You stay far away from my sandwiches.
Oh,
Get poisoned.
yeah. And you see, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I love doing these segments, because it's so like these people just don't get it. They just don't get it. And I swear we're gonna make that into a shirt, dude.
They just don't get it.
No. That on the front, it's gonna say you're losing to a chick named Froppy, and it's just gonna have Froppy like smiling, doing her little kawaii frog face, and in the back it'll just have, you know, the Anime Mystics logo, or the otaku chest chick.
The pirate?
The mascot, yeah, and put that on the back, and then on the front it'll say you're losing to a chick named Froppy. I'm telling you, man. I'm fucking telling you. And they just don't get it. They just don't get it. And it's like, oh my goodness. And, you know, they showed Michael Keaton, because I guess he is coming back. He's going to be old Bruce Wayne in the Flashpoint movie.
Yeah.
Which was awkward, because I thought it was supposed to be Bruce Wayne's dad in Flashpoint.
Yeah, in Flashpoint, I think the universe that Flash ends up going to, it is the dad.
Yeah.
Bruce ends up getting killed instead of them.
Right.
And then he becomes Batman, and the mom becomes the Joker.
Right, 'cause she just loses it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's like, more like the Batman Beyond, because they had Old Man Bruce.
Correct.
But I don't know what they're doing with it. I don't really pay attention to the DC movies.
Right.
Because they've all sucked.
Right.
We were watching Aquaman the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Amber Heard.
How was it?
Horrible.
Really? Because that movie, apparently everyone liked it, and they were like, "Oh, I made $1 billion." Oh,
Ugh.
I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong or right. I'm just saying that's an interesting take. Because usually, like I said, people are like, "Oh, it's so great, Josie Momoa is so funny, oh ha ha," and then it instantly got greenlit for a sequel, and that one actually was the nail in the coffin for them officially killing off the DCU.
That one?
Yeah, because they saw how much money it made just by being a standalone movie, so they said, you know what, fuck it, Shazam, and moving forward, all standalone movies.
No shared universe.
No more shared
all
universe.
By itself.
Yeah, everything, and then Wonder Woman 84 didn't really have any place within the DCU. Yeah, so they're all standalone movies now. Until who knows what they're going to do. But yeah, this and what I was going to say, too, in terms of the Flashpoint and Michael Keaton coming back as old Bruce Wayne, honestly, that just sounds like them trying to get back at what they thought that Disney Marvel were going to do with Spider-Man. Remember how they keep saying, oh, Toby and Andrew are going to come back, and Alfred Molina's going to come back, they're going to bring in Doc Ock, and I'm like, isn't Alfred Molina old as fuck? Isn't he, like, in his 50s, probably mid-50s? And it was like...
Most of it's going to be CG anyway.
Right, which is what they're doing with Indiana Jones 5, that looks like.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, we can talk about that in a minute. Cause I saw what happened this morning and from Drunk 3PO. He was talking about on the set, but...
Drunk 3PO.
that's his name. But yeah, no... yeah, because they said that, because remember, it's Spider-Man No Way Home... And so that's why they were like, oh, Jamie Foxx's Electro's going to be in there, and Alfred Molina's Doc Ock is going to be there. And then I guess the guy that was the Lizard, they're bringing him in, and I was like, and Willem Dafoe's Norman Osborn?
Yeah, I heard that one too.
I didn't hear that one at all, actually. It's not like too crazy, huh?
I mean, they kind of have to.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like the best one. It's the best one. Come on. So, and I just keep thinking of Boondock Saints. And there was a firefight! It's that and a Willem Dafoe under my bed from Family Guy.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
Stewie, you asleep? No? Okay, just checking. Lights up a cigarette. Willem Dafoe, and of course Willem Dafoe and John Wick, but that was a much more calm Willem Dafoe,
yeah.
Which it technically makes him the worst kind of Willem Dafoe. We like when he's Christopher Walken, batshit crazy.
Oh, Christopher Walken. I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, why don't they bring him back for Batman or Flashpoint? Because remember, they mentioned exploding penguins in Justice League. So CinemaSins pointed that out. They were like, wait, does this mean that Tim Burton's penguin exists in this universe? Yeah.
Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. So it's like, if this is the route we're going to do with multiverses and everything, then, you know.
I may actually watch that on TV. Not in theaters, but they don't get none of my money.
Dude, it's such a mess. It's all over the place. And that's honestly why I feel that DC did that. And what I remember them saying when they approached... Because I guess Michael Keaton, he just moved like most of them do at this age. They just moved the fuck out into the middle of nowhere. So he got himself a plot of land and a ranch and all that. And, you know, they drive out to the middle of nowhere. Brock Lesnar did the same thing, too. And he's in Montana, I believe.
Yeah, he's got a farm.
Yeah, and he farms with the horses, the cattle, and he shoots. And then he doesn't even have a cell phone or something, so he would have to go to the town or something to get a call to phone or something. Yeah.
Wow. He just went way off the grid.
Yeah, he just went off the grid, and so that's what they said Michael Keaton did. And then at first they made it sound like he wasn't even interested because he's just he got the script and he just kind of thumbed through it. He's just kind of I think I'm past this now. You know, he's all this was 30 years ago. He's like, I'm not interested. But he's there on the set, so I guess I don't know how they convinced him, or I want to say
they probably just threw money at him.
Yeah, and I I want to say the excuse I read was something about an appreciation for the fans, but I mean, when you're that age, do you really care about the fans?
Right.
You know, so they just keep throwing money at him, come back. Come back. Come back. Fine.
Okay. But I need a suit that the neck moves.
Yeah. For real. Oh, man, because that's funny you mentioned it, because that was the Christian Bale problem, remember? The first Batman
Begins?
Was it Batman Begins? For some reason I thought Batman Begins was the Michael Keaton one, but no, it was Batman Returns. Yeah, Batman Begins was that's why he had to and you'll never have to thank me, and then he has to turn the whole body around. But yeah, what a mess.
You're right.
Yeah, and he's gonna be in there, and yeah, man, and then like I said, MCU is shooting themselves in the foot. I was going to ask you, and we might have to just do this as a whole episode on its own, but did you watch Loki yet? You said no, right?
No, I haven't watched it.
Okay.
Usually, what I do is after all the episodes have aired and the last episode is released, then I just binge the whole thing.
Okay. Because I rely on you for that stuff, for that live action comic stuff, since I'm basically out of the loop now. Yeah, it's just a mess. It's like they really. It seems the more that I think about it and I reflect on this, that they really didn't have a plan after Thanos. You know. And I know that last year probably just killed everything, killed all the momentum, but, you know, they're also just letting these people run their mouths is just like, it's not helping. You know, when we're over here, like, you know, we're having this giant, like, UN, United Nations, logical debate on the attributes and caring style of the art club president and how she's more than just a bunny suit with anime titties, and it's like, no, Mr. Roman, you bring up some valid points, but to counteract to counter what you're saying, I'd like you to analyze or inspect this. Oh, well, you know, Steve and I, you know, it's really good, but I also want to, you know, and then you have them coming out like, Black Widow's too sexualized. I'm sorry I ever did that. It's like, wow.
Well, it's too late. You're the Black Widow.
Right? Wow. I can't.
I mean, you got your own movie, so.
Yeah. And I can't even imagine. She must have been at Iron Man 2. She probably was pretty cheap, too. I can't imagine her having cost a whole lot back then, either. You know? Because at that point, there was only 3 MCU movies. Iron Man and Hulk and Iron Man 2. So. And even then, Hulk was still... they were still in that pseudo contract that they used as the basis for Sony, because remember, Universal owns Hulk still, and so that's how they used that same negotiation. They used that style with Sony to get Spider-Man in, because they were like, "Yo, look what we're doing with Universal and Hulk. We made it work," and so Sony's like, "Yeah, okay."
Yeah, one of the only differences though is that Hulk has to be in movies with other characters,
right?
Like, he can't just be in his own movie.
Right.
Otherwise, then it's Universal's movie.
Right.
Spider-Man, they're just like, we'll just help you with the movies, but we get the bigger cut.
Right.
Because, I mean, we're helping you make this a good franchise.
And by the way, you're paying for Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
Sony.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
So, that was Spider-Man Homecoming. Yeah. Still never going to forget
like
that.
2 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Womp womp. They're like I said, I love how they just wrote her off in Civil War. They were like, "Where's Pepper?" It's okay. Okay.
We're going through a thing.
Yeah, we're going through a thing. And now all of a sudden, they never explained how they got over it. She just was just back there for Spider-Man. It's like, oh, okay.
You know how it goes.
Yeah, you know, this off-screen drama. Maybe it was explained in a comic book or something.
Maybe.
Like Star Wars. Star Wars had to explain how Palpatine came back in the comics. So if all you were doing watching the movies like me, you're like, wait, where did he come from? Yeah.
So they actually brought him back?
Yeah. Yeah, they explained it all of like the Exegol and all of that. They explained it in the comics.
And what was the reasoning?
Oh, because he was just hiding away. He was the scraps was picked up by his wife.
He has a wife?
Yeah, and the wife was apparently the manipulator of the whole thing. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, because, you know, empowered women.
Well, I mean, if you ask my grandmother, women are more manipulative than men are, so...
you know what? I'm going to throw my disclaimer out here so I don't get labeled and all that. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. I actually am completely okay with that. My issue is that this was never established.
No, it wasn't.
That's what I have a problem with. You're just literally just making the shit up.
I mean, for one, nobody even knew he had a wife.
Exactly.
And then all of a sudden he's got a wife.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
To explain it away. Because they were like, you know, this really doesn't make sense, JJ. And they're like, the woman did it. It's like, oh my... You're losing to a chick named Froppy. And they can't figure it out. They literally can't figure it out. They can't figure out how a gender-bent King Arthur is kicking their ass. Alright? They just can't figure it out.
I mean, she's so cute when she eats.
Oh. Yeah, if she chokes on it. God, I can't believe that Yui Ishikawa banged that. Well, in her sleep, but whatever. Yui Ishikawa, how could you? You have better standards than that. You're 2B. I do like how that Morgan is over there like, hey, that super soaker, give it to me.
Oh yeah, that was.
I do like that. I do like that.
It up with the water gun.
Give it to
want
me.
it too.
You get everything. Dad loved you more. Give it to me. Oh man, it still never makes sense to me. I still don't understand the logic in the actual like Arthurian lore. Like Morgan Le Fay was King Arthur's stepsister or sister.
I believe she was his sister.
And like she just like banged him when he was asleep, right? Did she like drug him and then banged him?
It was either something like that, or she used a spell to make her look like someone else.
Okay.
Yes. Either way, yeah, she did it, and then had Mordred.
Yeah.
And then started, made him hate his father.
Yeah.
You deserve the kingdom.
Yeah.
Go get your kingdom.
Yeah, fate explains it away, and I know everyone's all like, "Oh, they gave Merlin gave it the food." It's like no. So you remember the homunculus babies that are one of the farmable items in FGO? Mm-hmm. It's one of those. That's Mordred.
It's Mordred.
That's Mordred. So it was like they took the basis of a homunculus, which was combined with, I don't know what it was, power, essence, mana, or whatever. One of the between Artoria and Morgan, and then put them together, and then then it was a homunculus.
Let's see what we get if we mash these two together.
Dad issues.
Yeah.
So
how old is Mordred really?
Well, you have to remember that FGO also explains it away that Excalibur stopped Artoria's aging, so Artoria is actually the same age as Milftoria, which I believe they said was 29?
Right.
29, I believe. And so Mordred is 7 years old? Because that was also a side effect of being a homunculus. The growth was just accelerated as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So she's like a kid.
Correct.
Just in like a teenager's body.
Correct. So Mordred is actually the age that Artoria was when she took the throne.
I think I remember her saying she took that age.
Yeah.
So that she would do the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Was that an interlude or something?
Maybe that was Valentine's Day.
It might have been. I can't remember where I saw it, but I know it was in the game.
Yeah.
Where she says that, she took on her father's age so that they would be the same.
Look the same? Yeah.
Maybe she'll love me if I'm the same age.
Ironically enough, Morgan was in the Apocrypha anime, but I don't think it was Yui Ishikawa. I think it was still Ayako Kawasumi, who did Morgan in Apocrypha. Could be wrong because it was like a flashback thing, and Morgan was just kind of like in the shadow. The design still looks basically the same, but apparently that design has been around since Stay Night. So same thing. I don't know if you ever saw the Stay Night Morgan or Mordred as well, where it's literally just Artoria in red armor. So, yeah. But yeah, the design is basically effectively the same. But
yeah.
They just were like, yeah, hey, Yui Ishikawa, you're speaking of Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan's done. You want to come be an FGO? It's a living. So there you go. There you go.
I can be waifu.
Yeah. Yeah.
Call you my husband or wife or whatever.
Hey, I'll let Barguest call me husband or call me wife or whatever.
Does she?
Yeah. It's an interlude.
Oh, she has an interlude?
Or, I'm sorry, in the My Room dialogue.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, that was fast.
Yeah.
They usually wait a bit before they give a character an interlude.
Yeah.
Was she that bad?
Yeah, no. I'm going to be honest with you, I still haven't even used her. Because ever since I rolled her, I was like, yay! And then I went back to farming doors. So I'm still halfway through Japan Lost Belt. So I was, because I only farmed it for quartz to roll.
Yeah.
So, and then after I got Fairy Tristan, Fairy Gawain, I was like, oh yeah, I'm done. I went back to Pre-Connect and FGO USA.
Yeah,
but I mean, I should finish. I might still wait a little bit. Because I'm sure that you're going through JP, but we'll continue this in a minute,
right?
Because this ties into another conversation or another point that I wanted to talk about.
Okay,
but for now, at least, again, I feel that this is all relevant because, in terms of the MCU DCU thing, again, why I keep bringing it back is because, and now I know that I sound like a broken record. I know that I sound like a repeating record sometimes, but it's I don't know if I told you this and Sakiel this, but it's like Mario Kart. And right now, anime has effectively taken first place. It's now in the pole position. And now you saw it with Jerry Conway, the creator of Punisher and Power Girl, who's over here talking about how anime and manga need to have a reckoning. Like, a bitch? Who? What? And I was thinking to myself, too, I was like, one of the things that I don't mean to put this shit on a pedestal. It's just what the hobby or the fandom that I'm the most familiar with is the anime and the manga fandom.
Right.
And for the most part, it tends to be self-regulated. And I bring up your ex-waifu, Hirano Aya, the voice actress of Haruhi. Remember when she was just the top of the world? Everything was Hirano Aya. She was Haruhi. She's doing concerts. Everyone's doing Hare Hare Yukai dance. And then she comes out and she's just like, yeah, I suck the dick of all my band members and, fuck the fans. And immediately ostracized. Immediately kicked out. Immediately like, use a hoe. And bye-bye. Bye, Felicia. And then they even kicked her out of Fairy Tail because she was Lucy. Lucy Heartfilia.
Oh, was she?
Yeah. And then it was at the time the show was on hiatus. But then when that all came out and they were like, yeah, she's a hot mess. And they were like, bye. You're good. We're good. Thank you for your services. And then by the time, I think this was like by the third season, I think they had changed the voice actress for Lucy. So yeah. But yeah, she's being a hoe. She insulted the fans. Bye-bye. Thank you. Have a nice day. Regulated. Fucking regulated. So that's why when you get goofy shit like this, when they're just like talking bad and the actors are talking bad, and it's all like, yeah, no, we don't put up with that. Again, is it perfect? Is it a perfect industry? No. I mean, again, the guy from Yakuza, he played one of the Yakuza crime lords. He got caught with cocaine, and they delayed the game because they re-recorded all of his lines. But they didn't let that shit go. They regulated themselves. So it's like, is the anime and manga and video game and the weeb culture, is it perfect? No. But will they self-regulate? Yes. They won't let these things just fester. They'll take care of it because they know about image and marketing and all of that, and it all ties together. And they just won't stand for it. So, yeah, and then, then now you're losing to a chick named Froppy.
Everything here says that Aya Hirano is still voicing Lucy.
Is she?
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Because it's got Japanese, English, Korean, French, Spanish voice actresses. But they don't show two different voice actresses for Japanese.
Alright. I'm gonna come back and look into this.
Yeah, that's just a quick search. Maybe there's something else in there, but
yeah,
that's just after like a 5-minute search.
Yeah.
So I didn't go too deep into it.
Telling you, man, it's sucks, and this is what I was telling people, man. It's all like, again, one of the guys said too, he's just all like, yeah, if I talked like about this like Sano or did, then he'd just be like, quit gatekeeping. And I'm all like, bitch, they're already gatekeeping you! They kicked you out of your own fandom! And then they're calling you names!
Right.
It's like, dude. What do you mean you don't like Bakugo and Deku banging each other? You some kind of a phobe? What? No! No!
I mean, I'm scared of heights.
Fair.
And spiders.
Well, she's a spider, so what?
And aliens. How dare they take our jobs? No, I'm kidding.
So to say your avatar on Discord is literally an alien. Your best waifu is literally an alien.
Right.
Well,
I mean like the Greys.
But an alien though is an alien that is an oni. Am I reading that right? She's oni, demon horns, and she's the demon like the Taro, the Torah.
You mean Lum?
Yeah.
No, that's an okay alien. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
We're talking grays.
Okay. Yeah.
Small, big heads, black eyes. Take you in your sleep and then just do experiments on you.
Yeah.
You know,
South
mutilate your cattle.
Yeah. The anal probes.
Yeah. I don't need that. I got enough problems to worry about.
And again, even though my catchphrase is "you're listening to a chick named Froppy," again, you don't need to take my rantings and ramblings for it. I mean, look, the Demon Slayer, the Blu-rays and the DVDs came out, and they said they sold almost, was it over 500,000 discs sold. And somebody on Friday Night Tights commented that that's more than the actual viewing audience of the Batwoman TV show.
Well, that has just been a mess since it's been released. I'm surprised it's even still airing.
Yeah, they're gonna rebrand the show too, so it's not gonna get a season 3, but it's gonna one of the characters is gonna get a spin-off. That's what it seems like they're gonna do. And it's like,
let's just forget Batgirl. Just focus on this character, someone don't know. It's more interesting.
Apparently not. Interesting to who? Who's watching? They'd rather go buy Demon Slayer and just watch that on repeat. I love it. I love the success story of Demon Slayer because again, with what's his name that voices Rengoku, you know, they saw how much money they made. They were like, "Yo, Demon or Overlord season 4, Overlord second movie, let's go." They didn't even wait. They pulled him back, and they were like, "Yo, Overlord season 4." You know, and it seemed like everybody just was kind of like that was the explosion at the fireworks factory because then it was like they saw that and then they announced Overlord, then they announced JoJo, and then was it Kadokawa that said we're gonna do 40 titles a year. That's our target.
Yeah.
Per year. It's like wow. Like, do we even get 40 comic book titles a year? It's like they're just running with it, man. It's like another. I love using my similes, but they intercepted the ball, man. MCU was like, we got this. They just threw it, and then there was fucking Tanjiro. He intercepted the ball. He's like, I got it. And he's just not running, and they can't catch him. He's literally like doing that little dance thing like that, you know, the little strut all the way to the end, all the way to the bank, and he's got their paycheck. And then they're like, catch him, and then they're like, we can't, we're all fat and out of shape because fat acceptance. You know? And Taj was just like, hey, by the way, he just put out a new video today, him and the voice actor for Giorno from JoJo playing Resident Evil Village.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah. You know? Oh, man. You're losing to a girl named Froppy. I don't know what you want me to tell you, man. I don't make the fucking rules. So, my goodness, man. Kito Akari also, I think, was going to be in a show that I wanted to watch this season or coming out. So, Madoka bless her, too, man. You know, I just want to remind everybody, that poor girl before she got started, and she's over there splitting a pack of ramen. Because that's how poor she was. Because you don't often think about Japan as being a poor country. Like, it's like, Japan's got natural resources, man. They're all, you know, they would never, there's no poor people there. And it's like, remember Bokuben? He was poor. even Futaro in Quintuplets, he was poor. So it's like, you know, but you know that, you know, you never think of them breaking a ramen pack in half to have 2 meals. It's like, but yeah, you know, and then everything that they built, and again, it's probably why Robert Downey Jr. bailed. I don't necessarily know about Chris Evans. I think Chris Evans got way ahead of himself and thought it's like, I'm Captain America. I can walk in the roles now, and it apparently not.
Well, he wanted to go do stuff behind the camera.
What has he done since Avengers?
I don't know.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
He didn't want to act anymore, I know that.
Yeah, I you know, and I wish him luck because, you know, he gave me entertainment, and on that regard, from a professional standpoint, I wish him the best of luck. But in terms of a person, he's kind of a dick, you know. Robert Downey Jr., I feel that he got out because he knew the writing was on the wall, The Getting was good, and he was like, you know. And I know a lot of people always want to give him shit because it's like, oh, he's so pretentious and all that. But then I just keep thinking of when he went to the daycare and all of that, and he was making the rounds, I think it was, for Iron Man 3. And he was just doing screenings at, like, the children's hospitals and everything. And the one picture where he's just like this, surrounded by all the kids. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of like a God complex. But he still went to the children's hospital and showed off the movie. So even if he thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread, he still did something that the bulk of us would never do. So you can insult him, you can call him names, but the deed spoke for itself. Mm-hmm. You know? And beyond that, he built the whole franchise off his shoulders. Him and Jon Favreau. And the fact that Disney still doesn't want to make him fucking president of something at Disney, or the Marvel or the Star Wars Lucas side of things, is just... You deserve to lose to a chick named Froppy. It's like, we know that you built the MCU, but I don't know. Something that'll probably never be duplicated ever again in the history of movies. But I don't know.
Godzilla did it first.
There you go. Then fucking Weebdom wins again. Weebs win again. Look at us. There you go. That's the second shirt. Weebs win again. Oh man! And then you can have that picture of you can have Zenitsu on there too, like Weebs win again. Because that was it was one of the memes was the Guess I'll Die, the George Carlin. So it was Zenitsu. It was like, Guess I'll die. You know, because when he was hitting on the chick, and he's like, oh, I can't make out with the pretty girl, I'm just going to die. It's like, okay, then die. And he's like, guess I'll die. Oh, see, everybody's having fun. Everybody's, like, enjoying themselves. And then you see the Western comics things, and they're all just, like, eating themselves alive because there's not enough representation. And it's like, I feel bad. And I keep telling myself now, it's like, is this technically punching down now? Is it? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. But this brings me to the last point, at least, that I kind of wanted to bring in, and that's going back to my analogy that when you're in the first place, everybody's coming after you like a game of Mario Kart. And Kayano Ai, like yesterday, I learned about it, but back in February, she went to a shrine. Apparently, the shrine that celebrates the warriors of Japan, and China got super butthurt because they're still salty over World War II, essentially. Yeah. And then they're all like, oh, there's some people at that shrine could be considered war criminals. Oh, it's this hoe right here, this whore. And it's like, okay, well, what has Japan done since World War II? You know, they kind of atoned for it. They kind of haven't really been doing a whole lot of human rights violations. And they actually became a pretty developed country, a global superpower, a leader in innovation. And are they perfect? Again, no. But are they imprisoning people and gassing fucking protesters and taking away entire countries' sovereignty? Are they? You know, I mean, if you're still mad over something that happened, 70 years ago, I don't know what to tell you, man, but yeah, and even then, of all the people you want to make an example out of, Kayano Ai, Ara herself, that's the one you want to, this is the hill you want to die on? Yeah, dude, they threw her off Arknights and they threw her out of Azure Lane. And they said that at first, the first update was immediately in Azure Lane, China, but then in a future update, it'll be Japan and USA as well. So I don't know if you spend any money on your Atago, but gone.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. And I'm just like, this is so petty. This is just so sad. And again, this is why I'm telling you, this is the target they're going to put on anime, manga, and Japanese Eastern-made video games now, because they were the tortoise and everybody else was the hare, and they're just like, oh yeah, we don't, these weebs, they'll never catch up, and they just kept plodding along. They were like, just gonna make good products, focus on making the good products, and then they were like, China's like, oh, we'll get a piece of that, And then they didn't know that, Japan is its own country. China needs Japan. Japan doesn't need China. And just it's evident by everyone just going over to anime and manga. It's all like, we don't need that. Japan doesn't need China. Japan just does its own thing, and if people come along, people come along.
Yep.
So, and then they're like, sir. So, I don't know. Morimoto-san, they're just throwing yen at us. Really? Make more then. Boom! And that's where we're at. And it's like, Kayano Ai, when you read it and listen to her, she didn't even know what she was doing. She was just like, yeah, it was a nice day. I went to the shrine. And then they just freaked out. They were like screaming like a shipper that learned that Deku and Bakugo aren't gay for each other. And they were just, It was, and then they were like, how do we make an example out of her? Let's take out her characters. And it's like, okay, first off, those aren't the only characters she's done. Obviously. And now, clearly in Summer 5 next year, now I'm just going to NP5 my Murasaki. So, I have her NP2 right now on my JP account.
Yeah.
But I have MP2 caster, but now Spider Rider next year. I'm going to MP5 it now for sure. But on top of that, beyond that, she's married to Kirito from Sword Art, like real life. Like, even if she never worked a day in her life, even if she was just like, oh well, I guess they don't want me anymore because China said not to, she doesn't need to work ever again. Yoshitsugu he was fucking Inosuke. Yeah. Going back to Demon Slayer, let alone Kirito. Right there. Two of the most popular franchises in the world. You think she never... And she was Alice, by the way.
Yeah,
in Sword Art. So it's like, do you think she cares? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, she better not apologize. She has no reason to apologize. Someone over here that's a huge human rights violation yelling at somebody that didn't even do anything, let alone is attached to human rights violations herself. And it's like, are you... what you call it? Are you imposing? Are you deflecting? Is that what you're doing? We're not the jerk. She's the jerk. Fuck off. And, and on top of that too, that's why I wanted to talk about like Horse Girls and Psy Games and Bushi Road. And it's all like, I looked at the trending charts. Azure Lane wasn't even in the top 10. I didn't even see it on the top 20 unless I didn't see the charts. I was looking at the charts. No, number one was Horse Girls, Uma Musume. Because Psy Games just has the formula. They just know how to crank it out and make something that makes money, They make Princess Connect, Shadowverse, Grand Blue Fantasy, which is older than FGO. And now Uma Musume. And it's... Japan doesn't need China. So, if they're like, oh, we're just not going to do it, they're like, fine. Let's just go make Bang Dream, Love Live, and Princess Connect. And Uma Musume. Look how much it took, because FGO fell to like, 25th, 26th place on the charts. Look how much it took for them to get first place away from Psy Games and Uma Musume. It took Yui Ishikawa, Marina Inoue, and Azami Waki. The three of them in a loss belt to go and dethrone Uma Musume. And the reign only lasted for 1 week. And now they're back down to second place. So, yeah, Japan doesn't need China. And, if China wants to fuck around and find out with Japan, well, it's going to be very sad for them. And it's sad. It's really sad, But, this is what I've been saying, man. They're gonna come. And they're gonna come from the inside, from the outside, from behind, from above, because they can't stand it. They just can't stand it. And again, this growing up in the weeb culture, in the 90s, it was never popular. It was even more shameful to admit you were an anime fan than to say you were a comic book fan. And again, you see all the things that they had. They had Batman, they had they had Superman, they had the Christopher Reeve Superman. Then they had the Michael Keaton Batman. Then they had the Batman the Animated Series, X-Men the Animated Series, Spider-Man the Animated Series. And then they had Kevin Smith over there that was making it, unlike, oh man, we ain't nerds, we cool, man. We smoke weed and all that, man. We stoners, man. This comic book's tight, man. But it was still like, oh, what? What is it? You watch Evangelion? What the? Weirdo. What was that? You watch Gundam Wing? Yeah, man. it was always more dirty and more shameful to be a weeb than it was to be a comic book nerd. And now they recognize us. And now I'm all like, nah, you can either join in or you can fuck off. But anything other than that, those are the two options I see it. And it's like, nah. So, it's like, why aren't there more fat superheroes in Boku Hero? There is one. His name is literally called Gum Fat. Or Fat Gum, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't see y'all cosplaying or rushing out to cosplay. So, But they'll definitely complain why there's not enough representation.
Right.
And that was the other thing, too. Going back to the... one of the weirdest comparisons I have to make, too. And it's like, I'm watching Horse Girls. And I'm watching how, they're running. And they're animated running. And then I keep thinking of Ezra Miller's Flash. And how he's kind of like flailing. And I'm like, what? And then I was trying to see if I could find a gif of his running in the movies where he's flailing like this. And then I keep finding the CW's Flash, and he looks normal. Like, he's running like a track and field style, which is how they run in Uma Musume.
Right.
But you see Ezra Miller's Flash, and he's just kind of like flailing like this, and it's like...
We're going to swim through time.
Is that what it is? And I'm just thinking, like, even the Japanese are even making better running animations than your superhero whose greatest ability is running real fast. Yeah, there she is. There's Special Week. You gave her to me. It was one of the first things I bought off you, I believe.
I think so.
Yeah, Special Week. Micah from Blend S. Yeah. And she's such an underrated voice actress. She really needs to be in more shit. And I'm like really thinking about it, and Fairy Tristan and all of that. And I'm like, everything that I've seen her in, I've loved to hell. Blend S, obviously Uma Musume. Didn't I say Make My Abilities Average? Everything she's been in. She was even again in Kuma 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 Bear. She was a little girl that idolized Yuna. That was her. Yeah, everything that Azumi Waki has been in, she's just been great. And I would really love to see her be in more things because, like I said, that was her design. I was like, oh wow. And at first I didn't really pay much attention. I was more interested in Balgrest and in Fairy Gawain. Right. But the more I saw Fairy Tristan, I was like, okay, it's growing on me. And then I was like, yeah, this is fantastic. And yeah, everything that she's been in has just been great, and I would love to see her do more. And remember, Azami Waki and Kito Akari were both in Blend S. It was Micah and Kaho. So yeah. So yeah, it's yeah, man, it's just bad. And I'm looking forward to Sai Games bringing out Uma Musume Global. So I think it's only a matter of time, but yeah, I don't know. And I've been thinking about it because in Japan, they actually held an Uma Musume event at one of the racetracks. So all the cosplayers all came out in their horse girls and all that, and they were all just like taking pictures at the track and all of that. And I've been sharing the shit out of them as I find them on Twitter. But I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. This cohesiveness, this global community. It's great. And then you look at what they're doing in the comic book, the Western comic book dumb, and it's like, it's just a mess. It's just a mess. And everybody from the actors to the staff to the source material writers, like the comic writers and the artists, and it's just, there's just no passion, man. The love is gone for it. And now that anime is taking over just on the basis of it being anime and manga, because, again, we haven't changed. Ever since we were watching high school in the 90s, anime in high school in the 90s and stuff, we honestly haven't changed, And the format for our anime really hasn't changed.
Right.
But, you look at the Western comics and all that has changed. And so it's like, what happened? And it's tortoise in the hare. And now the tortoise is beat the hare, and now the hare's like, what the fuck? I just took a nap. What the hell? And now, the turtle's over here selling Demon Slayer copies out of his shell. Like, here you go. Here you go. Here you go. And it just can't keep up. And now Chainsaw Man's about to drop, so.
Yeah.
That apparently is also, that's all. It was the big three right now. Is Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Chainsaw Man. So, yeah. and whatever, gacha games, side games, they'll just pick up slack. Side games and Bushiroad. Because I believe Love Live was like 7th place on gacha games, so.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. So Love Live is still up there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man. Yeah. Side games dominance. Give me Horse Girls, you cowards. So, but again, remember, after Princess Connect the anime came out, then, what was it, a couple months, half a year later, then, Because I remember when we were talking about Princess Connect the anime, and I was like, give us the game. This feels like it was a trial run. And I stand by what I said. I really do felt that was going to be their big AX announcement.
Yeah.
Was, Crunchyroll is going to join with Side Games, and it's going to be Princess Connect. And, obviously AX last year got canceled, but, the game still came out. So I was like, yay! So I feel that's going to be the next one. But then again, I was going to say they might be hesitating to see, but I'm like, no. That game's been number 1 since it came out. I don't see them waiting at all. Yeah. And I wanted to also be all like, oh yeah, no, I love ponies. And then it's all just Uma Musume. They even made ponies better! They even made fucking ponies better! Holy shit, man. Oh, you're losing to a chick named Froppy. Good. Trademark that. Oh, man. I know you're so excited. You love Frog because it's Aoyuki.
I don't mind Froppy.
Froppy's great, man. Froppy is a great character. And when you think about it, it's just a knockoff of Spider-Man as well. So,
just with a long tongue.
Yeah, it sticks to walls and all that.
Yeah.
And she spits acid too, right? If I remember right. That was her, super ability. Or her level 2 ability.
Was it?
Wasn't it? Well,
I thought that was the pink girl. She's the alien queen. Girl. Yeah.
Okay. I could have sworn she said something about stomach acids or something.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah. But all right, and we'll figure it out when I go back to watching Boku Hero.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, that's really, that's why I said this episode is going to be a varied episode, but I felt that it all tied in together because it started with Nagatoro, and everyone's like, oh, Nagatoro is dumb and it's bullying, and then it's like, okay, Nagatoro's kind of cute. And then it was like, oh, but then, Vice Art Club president who just debuted is sexualized. It's like, no, she's not really sexualized. Well, these characters shouldn't be sexualized because that's all they're good for. And I felt it all tied together, man. This does, And again, I want people to enjoy anime and manga and engage in the discussion and jump in and find a series and find a character that they love. But I also don't want them to be insulted.
Yeah.
And even when we have waifu wars or talk shit about each other's waifus and whatnot, it's in fun. It's in jest. Like I said, even when I threatened to fire the Fujoshis into the sun on a rocket one-way trip, it's just me dicking around. Fujoshis are part of the series because that's how they express their passion.
Yeah.
And yeah. It's no different than me saying, like, them some big titties, they could be bigger. That's the same concept. It's just the other side of the spectrum, the other side of the aisle. But, that's... I want people to come in. I want people to enjoy this medium, this hobby, and all that. And, I don't know what to say, I tell my friends that are comic book fans and Star Wars fans, take back your fandom. Because right now, the people in charge, they have no love. They have no passion for it. They just want to make it about themselves, and that's what I'm trying to prevent, I don't want somebody from America writing an anime and then forcing me to watch it, being like, this is what you gotta watch. This is what anime is going to be now. It's like, no, this is Cartoon Network. This isn't anime at all. So, yeah, that's what I keep making a big deal out of, so.
Yeah.
That's all I've got for today.
That's all you got?
Go away now. Hashtag critical drinker. Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, that was a good rant.
Yeah. Protect Kayano Ai. Protect mommy Kayano
Ai. So yeah, this Saturday, this Thursday, or next Thursday?
For
the watch party.
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday is The Fist of the North Star movie.
Yes, because we survived the apocalypse.
Yes. One of these days it'll be the live action, but not this time.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it, but it would have to be like April Fool's or something. Because like we survived the apocalypse, but was it worth it?
Yeah, maybe April Fool's or something.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's going to be the Bang Dream Rosalia movie,
yes.
number 1. Go check out the store. Please buy stuff.
Buy stuff. Go buy his stuff.
And, yeah. Let us know what you think about everything that we discussed. Yeah. What's your opinions on everything dealing with Kayano Ai or the state of Western media.
Yeah. And I know, honestly, Roman has been saying that he's thinking, or at least considered, Western comics. He's my source. He said he read it for a while. He's been out of the loop for a little bit, but I know that I still tap him as my Western Marvel comics like reference and all that. That's why I keep asking him about MCU stuff, because I know he's still kind of following it, even if I'm not, and I just follow it for trolling purposes.
Yeah.
But yeah. And
I follow it just to follow it.
Yeah, and again, there's nothing wrong, and I also want to stress that too, is that for all my ranting and raving, if people like it, anything I say, all the shit talk that I do is probably not going to stop somebody that genuinely cares. They're just going to be like, okay, yeah, whatever. And they're still just going to go watch it and not care. And that's fine. That's fine, because it works both ways too. If someone told me, our club president is nothing but dumb fan service, I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then I still just go watch it, So, but I am thinking always of the future, like what's next or what's coming, or I see it as a sign of things to come. And then the things that I've mentioned, though, about China coming after Kayano Ai, and then them coming after anime and problematic and sexualization, I was like, those are things that have happened. I forgot what her name was, but she was at the UN. This was almost like, 2012, maybe 2014? But the ambassador to the UN, she's all like, why are y'all so concerned about, like, manga women? Why aren't you guys this concerned for real life women, like human trafficking in Africa and whatnot? And it was kind of like,
is that affecting our children?
Yeah. Yeah, well,
it'll be affecting your children when one of them gets snatches up.
Exactly. So, yeah.
End up in Africa on a vacation and never come back.
Yeah. It's going to become like, what's her name from The Boys? So.
Or, Taken,
yeah. Yeah.
There Only you won't have the dad chasing after the guy for like the whole movie.
Good luck.
Right.
But yeah. Yeah, man. So that's all. That's what the point of all my rambling is and all that. Then it's a good time sink, am I right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Alrighty. So we'll see about what happen. We'll see what happens about the next episode, because I'm still in the process of moving. My move date is supposedly the 3rd, but new information came up, and I might be able to get another 60 days, depending on how things work out.
Nice.
Considering that the people who gave us a 60-day move-out notice didn't actually own the house yet.
Yeah.
But
it's kind of important.
The guy's a house flipper, and he's trying to get us out as fast as he can. So, yeah. But we'll see what happens. If you get an episode next time, then you know that I got an extension. If you don't, you know I didn't. And I'm living in my car because I haven't found a place yet.
That woman lives in her van down by the river.
Yeah. So yeah, till next time. Bye.
Peace.